What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the My Player Career Mode, here with Marseille on loan from Borussia Dortmund, as we have been. Today, we start the episode with a Europa League game against, I'm going to try it, is it Başakşehir? I apologise if I've got it wrong. I should have checked to see if any of you lovely people had told me how to say it correctly, but hopefully I have got it right on that particular time. Following that, we've got some more games in the French League coming your way as well, starting with Strasbourg straight after our Europa League game. I don't think I'm going to be playing the game against Toulouse. I believe I'll sim that. We are at home in the French League Cup. The French League Cup. I don't know if that's its actual name. Its official name is the Coupe de la Ligue BKT. Again, probably got it wrong, but then we have Nantes. I'm not going to be playing the second game against Başakşehir. I'm going to be simming that one, finishing off today with Angers away from home. So that's the plan of action today. We'll see how far we get into it. But without further ado, let's jump ourselves into our first game of the day. But just before we do that, actually, I have been seeing some comments wondering where the Road to Glory career mode is. Don't worry, it is coming. I plan on recording the first episode pretty much this coming week. So if you're not already subscribed and you want to be notified whenever that video goes live, make sure you're subscribed as the first thing. And then secondly, hit the notification bell alongside the subscription button as well. And you should be notified of any new videos to the channel. So make sure you've done that. I'll give you a few seconds to do it. Let's get into this game. And with how it's currently going in the French League, we might be having to put all of our eggs in the Europa League basket, as here now is the first chance of the game and the first chance of today. And player has already scored after 3 minutes. That is what you love to see. The start that dreams are made of. And we already take the league. And I think lead. Sorry, not league. We already take the league. Meant to say lead. But I think as well right now that puts us, if we win today's game, of course, on 9 points. So depending elsewhere, we could actually be pretty much already through the group. And if we are to put all of our eggs in the Europa League basket, I want to try and get us qualified as quickly as we can from the group. So we know where we stand in the Europa League. So even if things aren't necessarily going the way we wanted in the French League, the Europa League certainly is going our way. And player has already scored today. Fantastic start. Rad's crossing towards the box. He's going to be headed away, but it's only as far as him again. He picks up possession now, finds Javi Garcia. Garcia lays it towards Oz. There's a chance to hit the shots. And it very, very nearly found its way to the top corner. Here is Elia, surely to make it 1-1, and he has done just that. They've not had a shot yet, but with 20 minutes to play, their first shot is golden. And Başakşehir have equalised the score here. To be fair, I don't think either team really deserved to win this one. So if we were to win the game, that would be very harsh on the home side. They've not done anything really to warrant them being back on level terms. But outside of that first chance that we scored, inside the first few minutes, we've not done too much either. Very, very poor game here. Here is Strootman, finds the feet of myself here. Maybe that goal going in has given us a little bit more urgency as I tried to place one in the corner of the goal. And unfortunately, I got too much height on the ball. How close was this? Well, it's not too far away at all. A matter of inches. I mean, I'm probably going to be sent off for this challenge, right? But when I actually pressed the button to slide in, I actually went to slide when the ball was there. But for some reason, you'll see on the animation, my guy runs into the player, which causes him to, caused him to have a bit of a delay. And then the button press still registered. So he did it super, super late, which meant he ended up taking him out. So I've just been sent off. And I feel a little bit annoyed about that. I can't lie to you, because genuinely, I actually didn't mean to take him out off the ball. I pressed the button when the ball was there, and my guy kind of had a bit of an animation weird thing where he ran straight into the player, and that caused him then to take a few seconds extra. By that time, the guy had played the ball off, and then we still slid in and took him out. So, well, red carded, and that is probably going to be it from the game. 1 apiece, seems like it will be the final score here. So we will have to continue on forward, trying to qualify out of the group. A minute remains here in the game as Elia's ball back down the left-hand side. Is there one last chance in the game for the home side? Well, it's cleared away, and that is that from the first game of today. Away against Başakşehir, we've managed to pick up a point in the Europa League group stage. It keeps us top, but a victory here would have been much, much better, because it would have meant we'd pretty much already be in the knockout rounds of the Europa League. Sadly, we'll have to wait and continue on with the rest of the games of the group stage to make sure that we qualify. The next game is at home to Başakşehir, so we'll see how that one goes. I won't be playing in that, of course, after the red card picked up here. And I still can't believe that, but we move forward now into the French League. And as it stands at the moment, PSG are 12 points clear at the top of the table of us, but we do have a game in hand right here. So we have to try and win this to go back to 9 points. As well, Monaco are currently sat 7 ahead of us. I'm guessing they may have dropped some points, which means we now have an opportunity to close the gap a little bit. But we face Strasbourg here in a must-win game. Pretty much every game we play in the French League from now on is a must-win game. And I've just remembered as well, I need to change my number back to 10. Because again, it always changes back to 28. And I don't know why. I've said this in the last episode. Please patch it, EA. Anyways, let me make sure this is done. And let's head off into that game. Here is Strootman for Marseille. Finds Dummett. Back towards Strootman. Strootman's ball is easy towards myself. As we turn brilliantly as well to get past that defender. And into the penalty area. We've gone down under the challenge. And it's a penalty kick to Marseille after 15 minutes. And a yellow card as well for the Strasbourg defender, Lamine Kone. And I don't even know who's going to take the penalty, but we won it ourselves. So I feel like I should get to take it. I don't think I will. I believe it probably will be Player who gets this. You could argue a bit of a dive there. We went down a bit theatrically, but it is the penalty kick given. And I think it's not even, I don't think it's Player. I don't even know who's taking it. Is it Torvan maybe? But after 15 minutes, it's Torvan then with a chance. And it's saved. It wasn't even Torvan. Yeah, it was Torvan. I mean, hello? How did he... what is this? The penalty... I mean, the keeper, it's an easy save in the end. It's too simple for him. The right height, not in the corner. Poor penalty by Torvan. We may have won it, but we didn't get to take it, and we miss it in the process. So that hard work that we just did has been for nothing at the moment. We've now got to try and break through again. Lovely play by Marseille, and that deserves the finish, and we've got it as well. Half an hour gone here. Won the penalty, which was missed, and then we cap off a fantastic Marseille move to take the lead in the game. One-touch passes here and there, sets us through, runners from midfield. It starts with us playing that pass there, but then you can see there's about 3 or 4 after that. And then the finish, pick your spot, find it, corner of the goal. That's what Torvan should have done with the penalty. He didn't. He hit it too close to the goalkeeper that time, though. No mistake with the finish. Marseille 1, Strasbourg 0. And we've got ourselves on the score sheet as well. Here is Torvan, ball in towards our feet. There's the ball off to Rad. And Sells makes the save as we begin the second half off very, very strongly. One-way traffic at the moment. It's looking likely that we will see this game out, but I felt like we were going to do that in the first game of the day. And that ended up being a 1-1 draw. So the quicker we get this second goal, the better. Rad gives away possession cheaply. Now Fofana up towards Tomlinson. He gives it off. Quick 1-2 as well. Now it's looking like a chance here for Strasbourg. He's in! And Mandanda makes the save. There's the second attempt though. And we clear our lines, but it's not done yet. Fofana with possession. Finds Lema. Lema off towards his striker. And now then, 20 minutes to play. There's the shot coming in. It's wide. And thankfully, that's the first thing really that Strasbourg have done all game. And we haven't conceded it because I'd have been a bit annoyed had we have... allowed them back into this one from their first opportunity. A great save, though, by Mandanda. Stopped them from doing that. Quick 1-2 with Torvan as we are under a bit of pressure now. Then we need to try and get out of our defensive third. There's the ball off towards Rad. Rad quickly back towards us. There's it back. Quick 1-2s across the board. There's the shot as well. And Sells again denies Rad from scoring the second. A similar area as well to the first chance of this second half that we got. And again, this time though, it's a much better save than the first one was. Better attempt from Rad, but again, the same outcome. Seconds remain in this game now then. It's not been the most convincing victory on scoreline. Performance though, we dominated from start to finish really, and I can't find a way through there. Mitrovic stops me from breaking through, but that is it for the game. A must-win game against Strasbourg, and we have done just that. Clawing the points back to PSG now to 9 points from 12 that it previously was before this game. I simmed the game against Toulouse and we won it by 2-0, so we're through to the next round of the French Cup. But for the next game, it's against Nantes in the French League. And as I said earlier, every game is a must-win game. Elsewhere, Monaco won. Monaco drew. They've only picked up 1 point, but PSG, of course, won. Nice, Saint Etienne as well, both winning. So you can see just how close this table is. And again, with PSG winning, I genuinely don't see a way that they drop points. I really don't. They're pretty much stomping it right now. But yeah, so let's see what we can do in this next game against Nantes. Let's get into it. Here is Torvan. Ball through towards player, and there's the finish as well. It's taken 27 minutes for the first chance of the match. But when it's come, we've finished it off. A lot of these games today well, both games I should say, including this one now, so the third game, seems to be like clinical finishing is the way forward, because there's not a lot of chances in them, but we seem to take them when they do come our way in terms of the first chances of the match. Apart from that last game where we missed the penalty of Torvan and very narrowly won it against Strasbourg, there's not really been a lot to work with. But player has scored, and it's taken, like I said, 27 minutes for the first chance of the match. Torvan clears away the corner that Nantes was sent in towards the box, and now's the chance of a breakaway down the left-hand side for us as we look to just drive at them, and we turn the defender really well inside the penalty area now towards the byline. There it is, a cross, finish it off, Strootman, and he's put it into the side netting. Oh man, that should have been two. That should have been two. Strootman, it's a very difficult chance though, to be fair. Defender was recovering pretty well. I actually don't even know how I did the skill to beat the defender, because it did not do what I thought I was going to do. I tried to do like a step over and then turn inside, but it seemed to like, I don't know, swivel and then run really quick. I have no idea, but my skill button move doesn't seem to be working in this first half, because there's been a couple of times I've tried them and it's not really registering what's going on. I don't know whether or not it's my pad or whether or not it's my game. But half time, it remains 1-0 here. Player's opening goal should have been added to by Strootman there, but second half is coming up. Rongier's ball up towards us. We managed to turn away from the defender there. There's the ball through towards Rad. Lovely move again. There's player. Player lays it off. I don't think he should have hit the shot now then. How are we not finishing that? And I was singing his praises in the first half after he scored that goal. I said, whenever he gets in this position, player, usually it's a goal because he finishes them off. I was made to eat my words there. I've got no idea why he laid the ball off to me on the edge of the area. He was in a far better position. He was on my right foot. I was never going to shoot that. I laid the ball back off to him, and how we haven't made it 2-0, I don't know. But here goes Torvan then. Step overs in towards the area. Evangelista will make the tackle. And Nantes get away with it. 17 minutes to play. Are we going to come back to miss that chance and rue it? And that is it for the game. Another very slender victory, but it is the victory. Nevertheless, 1-0 Marseille. As I said during the game as well, my skill button move wasn't working. My analog stick. Well, also the fake shots weren't working. So I'm wondering if we've been hit by the zero skill moves bug, which if we have, I'm going to be very frustrated. I need to check it out after this game, but I've just realised as well, I wasn't even wearing the number 10 shirt. I was wearing number 28. But if we are hit with that bug, I genuinely am going to be so annoyed, because it just shouldn't even be in the game. Fingers crossed it hasn't, and it was just for this one game only. And there you have it. Zero skill move bug. Why is it in the game? Why? Genuinely, I'm going to take a moment here, and this title of the video is going to be something along the lines of please fix your game, EA, right? I've seen numerous people, you guys out there have been telling me about this, so I was mentally prepared for when it came about the fact that you were seeing your skill moves go down to zero. EA, if you stumble across this video, I said it in the last one, please will you fix your game? This is not acceptable, to have a game that's now been out for over what? Nearly a month, 2 months almost, and to still have bugs. There's people out there who play other things than Ultimate Team, and there's still issues. I don't know, maybe they have fixed it, because of course I started this pretty much before the first patch came out for career mode, so who knows, maybe this is now fixed, right? And it only affects new save games. But if it's not yet, that is unacceptable. So from here on out, guys, unless you know of a fix, I can't do skill moves. Zero skills. It genuinely baffles me how this game made it through into stores. Genuinely does. There's just so many bugs that we've had to deal with in career mode, and it's just unacceptable, the fact that it's still the same. I don't know, I don't want to get into a rant or anything, because I could be here all day talking about it, but essentially we now have to get our skill moves back then by beating 100 players with skills. Is there anyone else on the opportunity? No. So effectively the most we can now get is 1-star skill moves. I don't know how this bug comes about. I don't know what you have to do in order to get it. All I'm saying is, it loses A lot of will to want to play the game when you have something like this happen. So, fingers crossed, EA fix it. After our red card in the last game against Basaksehir, we are not picked because of suspension. But I was not going to play this anyway. So, we are getting to sim the game again, as I would have been doing anyways. And hopefully we'll get a win. We are at home for it. So, fingers crossed we can get the job done. Otherwise, this could make it a very interesting Europa League group, to say the least. So who's coming for us? Garcia, it looks like, is the change. And it's a 1-1 draw. Same result managed over at their place. Rad scoring after they took the lead. And I believe that means now then the group is pretty close, depending on how results have gone elsewhere. Let me have a quick look before we go into our final game of the day in the French League, just to see what is happening in the Europa League itself. So the group then, I believe we'll still be top. Yes, but it's so close. So we are top on 8 points. Atalanta, second on 7. And Basaksehir are third on 6. FC Sion, basically, I don't think can qualify now. But for us, it's a 3-way fight for who else gets out of the group. And we still have to play Atalanta next. I believe it is. No, it's Sion next, then Atalanta. So, provided we beat Sion, I believe we'll be through. Here is Torvan looking for a back heel. We've just about managed to keep hold of possession. I guess my new name right now can be the pass machine, because to even do a fake shot, you need a skill move, and I don't have any, so I literally can't do any skill whatsoever. Player's got the ball here. Lovely layoff too. Get the shot away! And that is a way to answer the 0 skill moves with a finish into the top corner after 7 minutes. First goal of the day as well for this game here. And we've taken the lead very early on. But yeah, it just feels so weird because I can't even do a fake shot. And I like using them on the edge of the penalty area to kind of open up space. In fact, I want to try a drag back because I don't even think I can do a drag back either. There's so many little bits that I use which I take for granted, and now I can't do them. It's going to be really, really difficult to play, but I'm hoping they manage to find a patch for this so that way we can have our skill moves back in the near future, or else this is going to be a long career mode if we can't. And I don't want to restart because I feel like we've sort of started a journey here. Let me try and do a drag back. No, can't even do a drag back. 6. So, yeah, honestly, I actually can't do any form of even the easy skills. I just have to run and pass. As that pass is played off towards Ake, his shot on goal is just wide. But that's my new name, Pass Machine. Here is Dummer, finds the ball down the line towards us. We're allowed to run, and that's pretty much all we can do as we work our way through really well. There's the ball off towards player. Great control. Finds the bottom corner as well. And it's 2-0 Marseille here, 3 minutes before half-time. And I've just noticed I'm wearing number 28. I forgot to change it. Only 2 things for EA to fix then today. That is the kit number and the skill move bug. How long it's going to take, who knows. But yeah, I forgot to change it to number 10 again. I shouldn't have to do it before every game. I've done it twice today so far, and it's not saved either time. But at least we're 2-0 up, so there is positives to take from me noticing that my number is back to the number 28. Nevertheless, great finish from player. 2-0, that surely is going to be the 3 points as well. Much better display in the French League today. 2 wins already on the board, looking like we're heading to a third as well. And basically just keeping pace with PSG, even though we are still 9 points behind them. So I say we're keeping pace. Yeah, we're not really, to be honest. One last attack for the home side, but it's in the hands of Steve Mandanda, and that will be it. A 2-0 victory to end off the episode as we feed the ball up to player, and there is the full-time whistle. Strange episode today because we won 3 out of 3 French League games. Admittedly, though, the scorelines weren't too convincing in the first 2 at only 1-0 apiece, but much better here finding that second goal to make it look a little bit more convincing. Played a lot of games as well in terms of the Europa League. Played one of them, simming the other one. So that's both games against Basaksehir at Don, and also as well the French League second round, I think it was, done as well. But, of course, all that is overshadowed by the loss of our skill moves. It's going to be very difficult for me moving forward because I do rely a lot on fake shots and drag backs, and now I can't do any of them. And here is the league table as we end off today. Then 13 games have been played. PSG winning all 13 of those games. We remain 9 points behind them, but we are now only 2 points behind Monaco. So we might be able to leapfrog them into second place come the end of next episode, maybe. For the Europa League group I showed you, it hasn't changed since you last saw it. So it's going to be very, very close moving into the knockout rounds, and hopefully we will be there. For our personal growth today, we are up to 86 overall. We've got some some World Cup qualifiers with England coming up. But before that, of course, let's check out very quickly our overall growth. So 2 ratings, 85, not 86. We've gone up by 2 ratings to 85. Also, you can see the physical growth and the technical growth right there. The only issue is, as you can see, skill moves, 0. 0 skill moves. So where we go from here, it's going to be a very, very interesting little career until EA patch this, but let's see how long that takes. Nevertheless, a massive thank you for watching today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, a massive thank you for all of your support on the channel. I really appreciate that as well. If you are new around and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below to follow us on the channel. I try to upload every single day for you to enjoy. And like I said earlier as well, if you don't want to miss any of the new Road to Glory career mode when it does in fact come out, make sure you have the notification bell switched on alongside the subscribe button to be notified whenever new videos go live. Until next time, have a great day, have a great evening, and I will see you all again very soon with another episode. Adios!